Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Ha, Rakakwadash, Ma'amath. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone and the elders. Double honors to my elder as well, Aharawan Banyasha Allah of the Lions Den Camp. And salutations to the fellow Akim, Abwafim, and children that believe in truth and sincerity. It's your brother Athan Allah back to another lesson, and your Haratazah is edifying. And as you can see, the title of this video, it says, man loses all his money and Bitcoin crash, drives car into a crowd. And I didn't want to play the full video. I'm sure this video is not going to stay up on YouTube. They're not going to allow it. All right. But as you can see, a crowd of people, and it's a car coming. All right. And pretty much this car just runs through the people, man. And guys shooting off up in the air and everything. People are being dispersed. All right. And it's just the work of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man, the work of the Lord, all right, by way of the angels. You know, the Lord created good and evil. But ultimately what I want to go into is just this whole Bitcoin and this whole blockchain system, and how it's a lot more death and suicides that may come along with this whole virtual currency being set up, as this new world currency, because it's being set up to coincide with the RFID microchip, which is the mark of the beast. All right, Revelations 13 and 15. All right, as you can see, these blockchain systems, these virtual currencies, Bitcoins, Doge coins, and all these different type of coins are about. And, that's the talk of the town, so to speak, where everybody is investing and throwing their money into these virtual currencies. All right. While at the same time, the Federal Reserve, all right, these central banks, which is a private entity, all right, ran by the nation of Edom, the descendants of Esau, the so-called Caucasian race, they're downplaying the virtual currency, all right, because they haven't came up with their own yet. And I personally believe when they come up with their own, that's when they're going to sweep the blockchain market, and make the other blockchain coins illegal, pretty much, or not legitimate, because that's pretty much what they do. They play as if Bitcoin and all these virtual currencies isn't legit. They'll say that, oh, it's not legit or stable. They downplay it, because it's all a part of their game, but an article I wanted to go into, something from Mint, all right, livemint.com. And it was just interesting in the things that they said in this article. And it says, not Bitcoin, this will be the future of money. Just blockchain in general. And it says digital currencies have been gripped by volatility in the past 2 weeks, with Bitcoin prices plunging as much as 18% on Sunday. And that was that put a lot of fear in a lot of people. And a lot of people lost a lot of money. All right, as you saw that guy, they just ran a car through a group of people. All right, in a whole nother country. It looked like in China. All right, because that's what's going to transpire when you're dealing with a thief. The thief being the nation of Edom, the descendants of Esau, and their central banks. All right, because they control the money. All right, throughout the four corners of the earth, man. According to Job 9 and 24, the earth has been given into the hand of the wicked, man. All right, so they control this money that we play with, which is not money at all, because real money is gold and silver. All right, but they control this fiat currency, which is supposed to be backed by true money, which is not. All right, due to President Nixon in 1971 by taking the money off of the gold standard. All right, which was a fraudulent act. All right, so everybody is running around with a U.S. dollar, all right, $100 bill, $20 bill. A dollar, it means nothing. It's just paper. It's pretty much toilet tissue. It's not backed by any real money. All right. So this Bitcoin was pretty much in a bull market, and it's crazy how, you know, like 2-3 years ago, just 2-3 years ago, we were going into the whole Bitcoin, and it was going into a bull market. All right. And a bull market ultimately represents you know, a bull horn. All right. A bull horns, and how a bull raises his horns, it goes up and down, up and down. But the objective, the ultimate goal is for it to continue to go upward. All right. You know, keep going up, versus the bear market is you know, swinging downly, you know, swinging downward slowly. All right. You know, but the Bitcoin has been in a bull market where it's been like 2-3 years ago, it was worth like 4,000 to 7,000 for one coin, and now it's jumped up in just 2 to 3 years to 30, almost 40,000 for one Bitcoin. You know, and it goes up and down drastically in just a short matter of time, which shows you the you know, the non-legitimacy that the Federal Reserve is speaking about, which shows you that they're controlling it, you know, with their globalists. All right. I come back to this article. I want to jump to another article with Elon Musk. All right, because he's one of these globalists, like a Bill Gates or George Soros, who have billions, if not trillions of dollars, who take their money and invest in the things that they're told to invest to by these central bankings and the families, you know, because they're a part of the game. They're a part of the family, ultimately. And it says Bitcoin plunges as Elon Musk put environmental impact under scrutiny. This is May 13th, 2021. All right, year of hastening. All right. And this guy, pretty much when he says he's going to invest in Bitcoin, or he's doing this with Bitcoin, that's when everybody ran and invested in it. All right, along with the rappers who add on to the folly of this damn devil. All right, who tell the people to invest in Bitcoin, Dogecoin. All right, the rappers and celebrities do the same thing. All right, because they're all a part of the game. But it says the price of Bitcoin nosedive after Tesla CEO Elon Musk announced his company would no longer be accepting the cryptocurrency as payment due to its ties to fossil fuels, in a tweet that sparked a heated debate on the digital currency's environmental impact. All right, so it's all games being played, you know, Satan divided against Satan. All right, ultimately, which is going to lead for the feds to come in and regulate it. All right, by way of their Fed coin in their new world order, man. Their ultimate goal is to establish that one world currency. All right, and they got every country and all the people drawing into not dealing with the paper dollar, man. You know, they got people ultimately buying online, paying for things online. All right, paying for things virtually when they go to the store. You know, as a physical person. All right, so they completely, they're running their game, man. They're setting their trap. All right. One scripture I want to bring out is Isaiah 31, and it's ultimately for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, because you have a way out, and those of the speckled bird who may look like the other nations but bear the spirit as such. You know, don't get caught up in the rat race, because this place ultimately has an end. All right, this money is not even real money. And this is Isaiah 31:1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help, and stay on horses, and trust in chariots, because they are many, and in horsemen, because they are very strong, but they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord. You know, and woe represents destruction, man. So destruction for those who run down to Egypt for help, man. And this is the second Egypt pertaining to Revelations 11 verse 8. All right, what majority of our people, 2/3 of our people, are walking around spiritually dead. All right, those are those dead bodies lying in the street, man. And this is that second Egypt, where you have the Lord's people here in captivity, not knowing who they are, man. Where the Lord is going to have to then show his might and his power and deliver ultimately the elect. All right, to deliver his people as a whole, man. You know, to bring back the whole nation of Israel through the loins of the elect. You know, but they 2/3 of our people are gonna have to die on this side. All right. Because they're gonna run to Egypt for help. They're gonna believe in this money, in the uncertain riches of this world and in this society. Because that's ultimately what it comes down to, man. This is uncertain riches, all right, and this is ultimately the central banks, all right, and the Federal Reserve setting that trap by leading the people, all right, by way of these globalists manipulating the market with their billions of dollars. That's why they have made these billions of dollars in a short matter of time, so they can use that money, the Jeff Bezos and the Elon Musk's, and wouldn't be surprised if Bill Gates even has money in these different virtual currencies, man. All right, because anybody could pretty much, you can get it through damn Cash App. You can invest in Bitcoin. But woe to them who run into Egypt for help, man, who trust in these uncertain riches, man. Again, the globalists are leading a lot of people into investing and drawing away from the dollar and using a physical paper dollar and investing in virtual currency, man, in a blockchain system. So a majority of the people are already prepared for the mark of the beast, man. Little do they know. All right. This is Isaiah 31:2. Yet he also is wise and will bring evil and will not call back his words, but will arise against the house of the evildoers and against the help of them that work iniquity, man. So the evildoers and them who help the evildoers, put forth their iniquity, like these rap artists and celebrities and stuff, telling you to invest in this nonsense and go all in, pretty much, just beguiling the people, man. They're all a part of the system, but they know when to pull out. They get in that call when to pull out and what's up. That's why you'll see Elon Musk. He'll say when he says something good about it, people, it goes up. But when he says he's drawn away from it, it drops. All right, showing you who the players in the game, who is who. This 1 Timothy 6:17. Charge them that are rich in this world that they be not high-minded, nor trust in uncertain riches, but in the living power, who giveth us richly all things to enjoy. Right, because the living power give us all things richly to enjoy, man. Because ultimately this world was made for our sakes, pertaining to the nation of Israel, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, But ultimately, man, everybody is to divide and get their share, upon the earth, man, in the order of the Lord, man. But you have these damn grape gatherers, all right, the nation of Edom, who want to hoard all the grapes, man. This is Ecclesiastes. Bear with me. This Ecclesiastes 5. And I'll start at verse 8. If thou seest the oppression of the poor, and violent perverting of judgment, injustice in a province, marvel not at the matter. So marvel not at the matter, man. Don't add on and fret thyself because of evildoers and join the party. Pertaining to 2/3 of our people, who talk this madness, get money, chase the bag, and so on and so forth. You aiding and abetting a fugitive, man, and you don't want to be found guilty of being an accomplice, man. For he that is higher than the highest regardeth, and there be higher than they. And ultimately it comes down to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, man. Yeah, we are to render what's Caesar's to Caesar, but he's greedy. The king is greedy. And that's why the Lord instruct his people to not sit at the table and eat the king's meat. Because ultimately that wicked king has a judgment, man. He's in debt with the Lord. He's lathered himself with thick clay, man, upon the throughout the four corners of the earth, man. You know. Verse 9 in Ecclesiastes 5 and 9. Moreover, the profit of the earth is for all. The king himself is served by the field, man. This is also vanity. You know, so it's all vain, man, running this rat race. You know, just running in darkness. When goods increase, they are increased that eat them. And what good is there? When goods increase, they are increased that eat them, man. So those who come to eat it, you know, ultimately, man, if you're rich in this society, man, the Lord give you that wealth to disperse to the poor, man, to those who is in a want and needy, man. You've been blessed, been given the spiritual gifts to be to give it to those who in need, man. And that's when the Lord continue to increase you, because he know that you can handle and you can serve his people properly, man. Just twofold, man. You know, physically and spiritually. So when goods increase, there are increased that eat them, man. So don't look at that as in the more money, more problems. No, the more money, the more job, the more responsibility you have to do, man. And look at that responsibility as a responsibility towards the Lord, man, and helping your people, you know. And what good is there? And it don't even have to be in a physical sense as far as money, man. You know, give these spiritual gifts, man. We freely receive these spiritual gifts of rightly dividing the word of truth, giving the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. So we freely give this knowledge and wisdom and understanding, man. We feed the sheep. We feed our people, man. You know, this is how we store up those spiritual riches in heaven. And what good is there to the owners thereof, saying the beholding of them with their eyes? The sleep of a laboring man is sweet, whether he eat little or much, but the abundance of the rich will not suffer him to sleep. Right, you know, that the book of Sirach speak on that, you know, and how, running after riches driveth away sleep, you know, roughly paraphrasing, you know, because you got to work 10 times as hard as the nation of Edom, all right, who ultimately controls the money, print the money, dictate wherever the money goes. You know, you got to work 10 times as hard as them to get the money. Verse 13, and this is Ecclesiastes 5 and 13. Well, I want to go back to verse 10. This is Ecclesiastes 5 and 10. He that loveth silver shall not be satisfied with silver, nor he that loveth abundance with increase. Right. He that loveth abundance with increase. And it says this is also vanity, man. Like, you know, get rich quick scheme. But this jump down to verse 13. There is a sore evil which I have seen under the sun, namely riches kept for the owners thereof to their hurt. Right, that's that pyramid scheme right there in verse 13. You know how the rich man, he delight in his riches, but the man that laboreth, you know, he can't delight in it. But those riches perisheth by evil travail, and he begetteth a son, and there is nothing in his hand. As he came forth of his mother's womb, naked shall he return and go as he came, and shall take nothing of his labor, which he may carry away in his hand. And this also is a sore evil, that in all points as he came, so shall he go. And what profit have he that have labored for the wind? You go into that wind, ultimately, the spirit. You want to profit the things of the spirit. You know, if you can run after the things of the flesh, you go get caught up in the things of the flesh, and you go be running in vain, and you go see that you have went after and been in darkness the whole time. You know. But from there, I want to get Revelations 12 and 12 to get more on the point, man, because this devil coming on with great wrath, man, because ultimately the point I want to get in this lesson is that it's a trap. All right. Because for this to drop damn near 20% in one day, all right, shows you how the market just fluctuates up and down whenever the hell it feels like it, man. You know, because they got big players in the game. They got insiders that have invested in these currencies. All right, that if they pull away and they take a lump sum out of the market, they can drop it a certain percent, you know. Ultimately, to make it look fraudulent, to make it look non-stable, to make it look not legitimate, as they downplay it to be. All right, so when the feds create Fed coin, they can come in and do what they do. Esau can come in and do what he do, man. Damn, still. This Revelation is 12 and 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. And it's talking of the physical counterpart of the spiritual demon Satan and the nation of Edom, because he knows he has a short time, man. So he has to ultimately show his horns, man, and show that he's that damn thief, you know, and show it's gonna be a lot of homicides and suicides, you know, pertaining to Bitcoin and just money, period, man, because people going after uncertain riches, man, things that are not certain, you know, things of the flesh that are ultimately temporal. And Esau is setting up the trap to lead it into the RFID microchip, you know, blockchain system, the one world currency, you know, that's going to coincide with their new world order, you know, that ultimately the Lord is against, man. From now, I want to go to Proverbs 11. Bear with me. This is Proverbs 11 and 28. He that trusteth in his riches shall fall, but the righteous shall flourish as a branch. You know, so those who trusteth in their riches go fall, but the righteous go flourish, man. So you want to you want to store up the righteous things, the spiritual things that rust and moth don't corrupt. It's Proverbs 13 and 7. There is that maketh himself rich, yet have nothing. There is that maketh himself poor, yet have great riches, man. Right. You know, you want to make yourself poor on the side and have great riches, man. What the book of Matthew, let me get that right quick. It's Matthew 16. Matthew 16 and 25. For whosoever will save his life shall lose it, and whosoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it, man. Right. So in Proverbs 13 and 7, him who maketh himself rich and run after trying to make himself rich ultimately go end up with nothing, man. But him who lose himself on this side and build up those spiritual riches with Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah, you know, he lose himself on this side and become poor on this side, man. Ultimately, you know, poor in wealth but rich in spirit, you know. You go have great riches at the latter end, ultimately. It's Proverbs 22 and 16. He that oppresseth the poor to increase his riches And he that giveth to the rich shall surely come to want. Right, man. So the deceiver and the deceive are his, man. So those who aid and abet this damn devil go get got, and the devil himself go get got, man. You know? So let me get that right quick. That's Job. This is Job 12:6. Job 12:16, Salakia. With him is strength and wisdom. The deceived and the deceiver are his, man. So the deceiver and the deceiver are his, man. You know? In Proverbs 22:16, it stated that he oppresseth the poor to increase his riches, and he that giveth to the rich. You know, and he that give it to him, man. Give it to him who deceive and bow down to this damn devil, man. And give to this damn devil, man. To where you, the scriptures say render up to Caesar what's Caesar's, but you got to know when to pull away, man. You know when to pull away from this damn system, man. And we almost near that, you know, because we almost near where they're gonna fulfill prophecy, man. Revelations 13:15. All right. We'll get a couple more scriptures, and I'm gonna get that. This Proverbs 13:11. Wealth gotten by vanities shall be diminished, but he that gathereth by labor shall increase. You know, that's why what we was bringing out in Ecclesiastes 5:10. You know, you don't want to be about that get rich quick scheme. You know, it's all about laboring, man. You know, and truth and sincerity, man, and whatever that's added on to you is true. You know. This is 1 Timothy. This is 1 Timothy 6:10. For the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some covet after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows. You know, and that's those who sold out, you know, who run after that, who took that bag, who run after that money. They probably done invested in Bitcoin and shit too, you know. But yeah, the love of money is the root of all evil being the point, you know, because it's a trap ultimately, you know. This is Matthew 6:19. Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. You know, and that's those spiritual works, you know, stacking that spiritual money, doing the Lord's will to the best of our ability, feeding the flock, teaching, all right? For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also, man. So if you invested in your mind is always invested in the fashions and the philosophies of this world, like Bitcoin, Dogecoin, and the stock market, and UCCs, and trying to beat the system, you go get caught up in it, man. You know, that's where your heart will be, you know. This is Luke 12. And 33. Sell that ye have and give alms. Provide yourself bags which wax not old. You know, you want to provide yourself bags which wax not old. A treasure in the heavens that faileth not, where no thief approacheth, neither moth corrupteth. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also, man. And ultimately, man, hopefully, our hearts go be in the heavens, man, the Shemayims, man, and on the promise, man, the kingdom, you know. And nothing of the flesh is going to enter and inherit the kingdom, man. So we are building those spiritual riches, man, those spiritual gifts, and that spiritual person, man, you know, to try to enter into that gate. And I'm going to end off with Revelations 13. And it's Revelations chapter 13 and verse 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast. You know, and the image represents the system of the beast, you know, this Roman-like pagan system, all right? And they're given power by by way of these globalists investing large amounts in, you know, basically manipulating the virtual currency market until they create their own and do what they do. You know, so they're giving power to the image of the beast, you know. That the image of the beast should both speak, and it's speaking loudly and proudly, man. Everybody's using some form of virtual currency, you know, whether they're investing in Bitcoin or you going into a store and using Cash App and just swiping your phone, you know, you already practicing it. And cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast, right? Because now it's getting time where, you know, your eyes should be upon, you should be watching what's going on, man. You know, the scriptures speak on watching, man. Measuring the times diligently, you know, and watching is damn devil. All right. And hopefully we eventually we're seeing this devil, man, and we go eventually pull away. All right. And he's going to cause those who would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Verse 16, and he calls of all, both small and great, no matter how small you are, how great you think you are, how rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, man. You know, and that's what it's going to come down to. It's going to be made mandatory among all flesh throughout the four corners of the earth. You know, that's going to be that hour of temptation, you know, that the Lord is going to bring upon all flesh. You know, because it's going to be made mandatory that everybody is going to have to accept that chip, you know, that RFID microchip, because that's going to be made the dominant, the new world currency. You know, it's going to be one world currency. You know, they want one world currency, one world religion, and one military, man. You know, and that's that's what they're aiming towards as far as their new world order, man, which the Lord is going to ultimately stop, you know, put a halt to right when they think they're going to fulfill their enterprise, you know. But ultimately, it's all a setup, you know, leading to the RFID microchip, which is the mark of the beast. And Yahweh Ratazah, this lesson was edifying. And Shalom.